Oh.
Hi everyone, it's Collette. Welcome to Colette's Thermomix Kitchen. I'm in my outdoor kitchen today because I'm going to be using oil for frying some beautiful battered fish, and I really don't like frying in the house. It's not something I do a lot of, but that's why I'm outside. And actually the sun's come out. It has been raining and pretty miserable for the last few days, but hey, maybe spring is on the way, who knows. Alright, so we are making this beautiful recipe here. It's beer-battered fish, so I'm going to get straight into it and we are going to start cooking. So beer-battered fish, and the great thing is, you know, fish and chips, one of the top meals that we have takeout. You can make it so cheaply in your Thermomix. Why would you not do it? It's a quick, easy meal. Whether you're putting these battered fish into tacos or just having them with the classic chips, they're a great thing to make. So hitting start. Now with this dish here, the thing about really good crispy batter is that everything's got to be cold. And with this recipe, I love the fact that it gets you to weigh the flour into a bag and to freeze that for about half an hour before you use it. I know a lot of people do keep their flour in the freezer, but this flour is going to, I can feel it, it's really cold. So that's good. All right, so I've actually weighed it. This is what the first steps are telling us how to do. And then the next thing it's telling us to do is to get our dusting bits together. And this is rice flour. Now rice flour again is going to give you that crispy finish rather than dusting it in plain flour. Think about shortbread, you know how nice and crispy that is because that uses the rice flour. So same principle, and I've just seasoned that with a bit of salt and pepper, so that's ready to go.
So is this a Cookidoo recipe?
Yeah, fully guided Cookidoo, so it's the beer-battered, and I'll put the links up on the post once I finish. So that's now ready for me for dusting, so now we can kick off. And it's telling me now to get my oil ready. So I've got my oil here. You don't need a huge amount, and yes, you can reuse your oil, so just drain it off and reuse it until you'll know when you need to change it. And we want to bring the oil up to about 180 degrees. So this is on its way up, so we need to make a move. Okay, so I've done that step. Right, so here we go. Smaller area to work in today. So it's telling me to pop in the butterfly, which I am going to do. And next, we are going to add the cold flour. That's going to go into here. And then next, I am also going to add in some baking powder, again for crispness. That's the function of the baking powder. And the next step is the Thermomix is going to mix that. In other words, it is just going to combine it so the flour and the baking powder are nicely dispersed and mixed in together. So quiet the Thermomix is. Okay, hitting next. Right, now beer batter is super easy to make. So flour, baking powder, and now we've got some lovely ice cold beer lager. So 250 grams, just watching the scales here. Okay, that's fine, a little bit more. Oh, a little bit for us to drink afterwards.
That's an alcoholic batter.
I know, it's good, isn't it? Alright, so hitting next, and now it's going to mix that for 2 minutes, and I can smell that oil is probably right at the temperature. So 2 minutes, that's going to mix that through. Now, what I'm going to do is check the temperature. If you've got a kitchen thermometer, I love this, and I use this all the time in so many things, whether it's testing if meat is done, and always for my oil. So this now oil is getting a bit hot, so I'm just going to bring it down a tad. The other way to test if you don't have a thermometer is with a wooden chopstick. If you can look over here, Andrew, if I pop this wooden chopstick in here, I would expect to see those little bubbles around it? That's telling me that temperature, that oil is now at temperature. So a couple of little...
What temperature should it be?
180 degrees. You don't want it going in colder because the fish and the batter will tend to soak in the oil. And of course you don't want it hotter because the batter will cook before the fish is ready. So this is nearly done, another minute to go. So the fish itself, what I'm actually using is, I'm just using some flathead. I'm only doing a small portion. because we've got a nice roast dinner later on today, so this is a little bit of a snacky thing to show you. I love flathead. I just buy this pre-frozen. It's skinned already, super easy to use, and you get a whole heap in your bags. So what I'm now going to do is just pop this into the dusting section. Remember, I have seasoned this already and dried it off, so the fish needs to be nice and dry. Season it up nicely. Even the little bits will be fine, doesn't matter. Okay, perfection. So now that is all ready to go. And I'm just going to just add a wee bit more salt onto these. Okay. Let me check my temperature here. So I have turned it down. Okay, a little bit hot, but we'll run with that. So my batter is now done. Remove the whisk. Thank you. Pop that over here. So just to show you now what that batter is like. So you can see the consistency, all nice and cold. Now all I need to do, you can tip that out into the bowl, but as I was a bit lacking in space today, what I'm going to do is to simply shake off my fish, and I'm just going to dip it in here, drain off all that excess kind of batter so it's not so drippy. Mind you, I don't mind the little bits in the oil, and then you're just going to place that down into the oil. And when you place it down, just do it in a gentle, slow kind of motion. So just pulling that off. Okay. Now this fish will take probably about 7-8 minutes, and you'll know it's done by the colour, and if you just keep to that kind of timing. Okay, so in that next lot goes. Little pieces here. Right. So that's now going to cook away. And all I want to do now is just give these a little bit of a flip over. Looking good. Excellent. And then while that's cooking, I'm just going to do a quick temperature check. So it's getting a little bit hot, so I'm just going to turn that down a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do now is make some beautiful tartar sauce for this. So to finish the recipe, 3 dots for action, finish recipe, back home, into tartar sauce, which I've saved to my weekly plan. So I'm going to hit start, and off we go with this. So just giving this a little turn over. Looking beautiful. Right, so now this recipe is a lovely recipe. Tartar sauce, you need to have that with your fish, it's just delicious. I don't have parsley or tarragon, so I'm going to skip the first steps. Now the first thing we're going to do, we're making like, I guess, a bit like a mayonnaise with those classic tartar flavorings. So we're kicking off with a shallot, and then heading next, it's going to chop that down nicely for me. 2 seconds. Next, wanting me to scrape down those sides, so we all know what that's like. So scraping down the sides of that. Spatula, that fish is looking good. And then the next thing I want to do is to add in the pickled elements. So we've got capers going in, always in your tartar, and I've got some gherkins. So I'm just following the recipe, so that's gone in. Getting next. So it's just going to chop those for literally 1 second, but that is okay. Next.
Keeping an eye on your fish.
I am. Thank you, honey. seasoning down. You can see there we've got all those beautiful onions and capers all chopped down. Now I'm just going to leave this for a second and head back to my fish. I'm going to grab my batter, and about 3 minutes before you think it's all done, what you want to do is grab your dusting powder, and we're going to just pop in there a few onion rings. So into that lovely rice flour. Okay, that's going to help with the crispiness. And then I'm going to pop that into the batter. And then I'm just going to pop those in.
Those will cook a lot quicker then.
Yep, so they'll literally just take about 3 minutes, and that will be the time when everything should be hopefully ready. Love onion rings. I mean, you've got the oil going, you've got the fish there, why would you not put some onion rings in? And then if you wanted, of course, you could continue with some lovely chips. Okay, let's just get rid of these. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to turn that because it's probably... Yeah. Right, so back to our tartar sauce. So I've scraped down the side. So the next thing you want to do is going to give it another chop so it's nice and fine. Okay, and next, scraping down again. So the mixture is really nice and finely chopped.
So tartar sauce, your own recipe, or is it Cookidoo?
So this is a Cookidoo recipe. I have a real speedy recipe that Andrew really loves. That's what I did the other night, Andrew.
It was excellent.
Yes, and this is the one where you actually do the mayonnaise bit. So scrape it down, I've done that. Okay, now I've measured the oil that I need to make the mayonnaise component. So hitting next. Now we're going to add in the other flavours for the base of the mayonnaise. So here I've got quite a bit of lemon juice. Remember, tartar sauce is quite...
Tartar.
Tartar, yeah, tartar, that's exactly right. So that's gone in,
Tarty.
taking that off. A couple of egg yolks, so it starts to emulsify beautifully.
In answer to the question, Ingrid, we are at home. This is we've got an outside kitchen in our alfresco.
Pinch of pepper and some salt. Okay, so done all those. Now we're going to mix those. This is just about ready. So meanwhile, almost there. It's okay. So here we go.
And Max can smell the fish.
And now, Andrew, I am pouring. I don't know if you see that. I'm literally just very slowly pouring this into the lid of my TM7, or you can do this with your TM6 or TM5. So just pouring that through. And you want to make sure you start off quite slowly. I think I was a little bit fast when I started, but hopefully it will be right.
The fish is looking a bit brown.
Yeah, I know. We'll take that fish out now. I have to just cook cold to this. I would take the fish out now if I had 4 hands.
Can you turn the heat off?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll leave that to carry on. Get back to the fish. So let's grab this out. Well done. And there's lovely onion rings all ready to come out. So that's now off. Now you want to make sure you salt while it's still hot.
Why?
So,
Why?
what's going on? Because the salt will actually stick to it more and not fall off, basically. So that's all good. That's looking beautiful. Okay. Now this has been a very neglected tartar sauce. I was rushing the oil to get to the fish, so fingers crossed it should all be fine. Yes, it's beautiful. Thank you, Thermomix. So here we have an amazing tartar sauce. Oh, get smell of that, Andrew?
Nope.
No, just hit me then. Beautiful. Now, of course, what we want to do is I'm going to adjust the seasoning. Tip that into a little bowl for dipping. How good does that look? Seriously, guys, it is beautiful. All right, so I haven't got a little spoon to taste, so guys, this is just for Andrew and I. I'm using my finger. Of course, you wouldn't normally do that, but I need to taste. Oh, yes, love it. Right, so here we go. Crunchy. Can you have a little taste here, Andy? Oh, you see how it is and hear it nicely? A bit far away there. Okay, so just you hear how that is,
Yes,
how beautiful it's done inside. Lovely, crispy batter. Very hot, but I'm going to taste it. Yum. Oh, so good. Forget the roasting and let's have more fish.
Oi, that was going to be mine then.
Oh, it's hot. Onion ring.
I'll have some more fish when you're ready.
Sorry guys, it's so delicious. Alright. So, I mean, how quick was that? Literally, probably about 10 minutes. Hot. And you've got your fish ready to have with the family. My favourite way to have one of these guys here, get some taco that you've warmed up in a dry pan, lettuce on the bottom, a beautiful creamy taco coleslaw. I'll have to put a recipe up for that for you guys. And this on top with some chipotle mayonnaise. Fish taco, my favourite. I love them, as Andrew will tell you. All right, so that's me for today. You enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Now remember, if you are after a TM7, no matter where you are in Australia, I can definitely look after you. I have got over 1,000 customers, and we have a lot of fun together. And yeah, don't forget, head to my blog if you need more information. So my blog is thermikitchen.com, and you'll find lots of information on the 7 and everything else there. So my name is Collette Mitrega. Thank you, and thanks guys for sharing. Max, you want some fish? Do you want some? It might be a bit hot for you. Okay, yum. He's the fussiest little dog. It's hot, isn't it? Look, you see you licking your lips. Okay. Wait, one for a little bit. There you go. Oh, so fussy. Bye for now, guys. See you later. Bye, soon.
Bye-bye.